You're listening to the What the Wrestling Podcast, the show that brings you all things wrestling with your host, RJD. Oh, you already know what time it is.
Perfect.
What is going on, everybody? Almost time for NXT, but first, we got the review on and poppin'. Show on my socials. Let's go. You already know. Follow me, RJD. RJD on Instagram, RJD10K on Snapchat, RJ699 on the Twitter, RJD199. But most importantly, follow What the Wrestling on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok. Also follow What the Wrestling on Spotify and Anchor. Come on, man.
Perfect.
We got a lot going on today. Monday Night Raw sees viewership going up. Dare I say we actually had a decent show.
Oh hell
no! Lord have mercy. Let's not get used to it though. Let's not get used to it. All right, let's go. Yes. Tis I, RJD here. Welcome to What the Wrestling. This is What the Wrestling, where we talk about all things wrestling. I'm your host, RJD. And man, do we have some stuff going on for you. Monday Night Raw was actually decent. Had some good wrestling on the show. Some stuff I didn't like. Had a nice, decent crowd. Arcade Bros is legitimately best thing on Monday Night Raw right now, and it ain't even close. But this was the go home show. Just before we get into it, hit that like button. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Check out the Etsy shop down below if you want to support. Buy some merch. We got coasters and shirts. Other shirts coming soon. And also hats coming soon. We also have me, RJD. So hit the like button. Drop a comment. I will respond to the comment. So, before we get into Monday Night Raw, there's news. So apparently Ronda Rousey may or may not be coming back for the Royal Rumble. I did hear on Wrestling Observer Live that Mr. Dave Meltzer himself said that she was training. So, that she was training for a comeback, but she's training hard. Good for her. I hope she does come back.
You stupid.
Yeah, gotta hit the button on myself sometimes. Ringside News also has a report that at least one WWE official, and I'm quoting, and I quote, at least one WWE official flew after TV last week to California to meet with Rousey. So, we can also confirm that, according to WWE sources, Rousey's makeup artist and stylist when she last worked for WWE, Abram Esparza, is slated to be at the pay-per-view and Raw this coming week. We are told that has been locked in for weeks and weeks. So, in a number of sources who are aware of the Rumble plans, we are told it's all on Rousey, whether she wants to pull the trigger on a return, but the company is ready for it and wants it for WrestleMania. Rousey versus Becky Lynch or Charlotte would obviously add some juice to WrestleMania 38 if they go in that direction. So, listen. I know I got Royal Rumble predictions, and that's Thursday. But I'm telling you right now, if Ronda Rousey's in the Rumble, she gotta win it. I mean, she can't not. You can't have a big surprise like that, a big surprise. Excuse me. You can't have a big return surprise like that and not have her in the Rumble. That's stupid.
You stupid.
So, if she's in the Rumble, she's winning the Rumble. So, we'll see if that continues to transpire, but I don't see Ronda Rousey being in this Rumble and not winning it. It doesn't make sense. But it would be nice to see Rousey back. Everybody will be talking about it. The viewership will go up because Ronda Rousey is a big star. She's a big name. And Ronda Rousey is actually good in the ring. So she can wrestle. I don't know how old her child is. I know she had a child, I think, last year. But if she's been training, she'll be fine and she'll be ready if she's been training like that. So shout out to her. She is a world-class athlete. It just sucks because they had this whole women's revolution. It's like, no, it wasn't a women's revolution because we see how many good women they're getting rid of in WWE. But it was more like the Ronda revolution, because remember, they didn't even want Ronda. They didn't want Becky Lynch in that match. Becky Lynch just got white hot, and they had no choice but to put her in that match. They wanted Rousey and Charlotte, so they could realistically go that route again. But then again, Ronda got pinned in WrestleMania by Becky, so they might want her to get her comeuppance. Against Becky Lynch because she did pin her. What was that, 2 years ago now? Wow, it was a while ago. 2 years ago? No. Or 3 years ago. Might have been 3 years. I don't know. It was a while ago. Forget which WrestleMania it is. So, we also have Asuka, who might be making a Royal Rumble return, which I hope she does. That'll be great. Asuka, I know Asuka's been out because she got hurt and then she was taking some time off. She hasn't been on TV since July of 2021. Yikes. So Fightful Select has noted that several WWE talents believe Asuka will return at the Rumble. Ringside News has not confirmed it, but here's the quote, and I quote, "There are several talent within WWE that are of the belief Asuka will make her return at the Royal Rumble, though Fightful has been unable to confirm that, as it is usually the case during the Royal Rumble week. WWE is tight-lipped or not responsive to inquiries about potential surprises or returns." Makes perfect sense. Why the hell would you tell people about a surprise and ruin the damn surprise? That's stupid. So that makes sense, at least.
Stupid.
But we'll see. Royal Rumble time. First of all, I think they have 9 slots that have not been announced. So they've got 21 women. They have 21 women who have been announced, 9 slots who have not been announced. Yeah, I think it's safe to say they're going to have a surprise or two. But if they do have Ronda in the Royal Rumble, first of all, I'm looking forward to this pay-per-view. I like the Royal Rumble mainly because of the surprises that we get. There's always a surprise. Sometimes the Royal Rumble is good. Sometimes it sucks. But I love the fact that there's surprises. We've had some big surprises last couple of years, a la Edge and a bunch of other people. But I love Royal Rumble time, and they always flip stuff because you can have a champion lose and then enter himself. Like, you can have a lot of crazy things that could happen, and then it shoots you right to WrestleMania, January, February, March, April. So this is normally one of the best times of the year for WWE, at least, because they actually, if they do have plans and stuff, they could always make it work. So I fully expect to see surprises. I fully hope that, they don't start talking that women's revolution talk bullshit again. No agendas, no none of that. If Ronda wants to come back, just let Ronda come back. That's all we need.
Oh, yeah!
That's fine. Ronda's back. She's great in the ring. She is a good wrestler. So that's all I need. And then potential of her against Charlotte or her against Becky, I'm all for it. So let's see what happens. I will be doing my review on the Royal Rumble mañana. So the viewership was up. So Raw brought in an average 1.766 million viewers, with 4.6 in the 18 to 49 demographic. We all know how important that 18 to 49 is. So shout out to Monday Night Raw. Dare I say Monday Night Raw was decent. Can't say it was trash last night. It was decent to me. And we about to get into it right now. So once again, stop the show. Hit the goddamn like button. Like, comment, share this content, and subscribe to the channel What the Wrestling, YouTube, Facebook, all that. So let's get into this Monday Night Raw. We started off with a weigh-in. We had Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar go out there. They had a weigh-in that they started with. MVP talked some trash. Paul Heyman talked some trash. And, Brock Lesnar was getting at him like, oh, who's the comedian now? There was some fun banter. Brock Lesnar refused to take off his clothes for the weigh-in. Corey Graves was like, hey, I think, a traditional weigh-in, you're supposed to take off your clothes. And Brock said, would you like me to get naked for you? Listen, I know a lot of people shit on Brock because he didn't talk much during his career. But I love this babyface. This version of babyface Brock, popping shit. He's like the cool, good guy that we like. That's a badass that could legit whip your ass. I like babyface Brock. It's like he's talking just enough. Like, we don't need Brock to be cutting 20-minute promos. He's talking just enough. He's saying what needs to be said. Brock Lesnar, I think, is going to go down. When it's all said and done for him, I think Brock is going to go down as one of the most underrated, if that's crazy to say, but it's true, one of the most underrated all-rounded wrestlers, because he is well-rounded. He can talk, he can wrestle, and when he puts his mind to it in the ring, he's still athletic as hell. He's always been. And he can have a great match. We've seen that had great matches with Finn, with AJ. I mean, man. Shout out to Brock. I like this segment. It was great. Brock Lesnar ended up leaving Lashley in the ring. Listen, I like that they did something different. And you know what? They didn't have to touch each other. They didn't have to fight. That's typical WWE shit. Oh, it's a pull-apart brawl, and they can't wait to get their hands on each other. Sometimes it's nice to see something else.
Do it! Just
sometimes it's nice to see another side. I appreciated this opener. This was great. Bianca Belair had a match with Queen Zelina, and what do you know? She squashed her ass in like 5 minutes. Probably less. KOD, middle of the ring. This was actually good. It showcased Bianca. She was doing like 55 million kip-ups in the damn ring. It was cool. This was good. Good squash match. Bianca and Zelina had, and Zelina's so tiny. She went for the code red, and she got powered out of it, and then this girl just like picked her up with like one hand and like just choke slammed. It was Bianca Belair strong as hell. Zelina Vega's a small woman. This was a great contrast of styles here. Good stuff. Nothing wrong here. Then we had Kevin Owens promo, and he talked about how he got a U.S. title championship match, which he did. And we got Kevin Owens versus Damien Priest. This was really good. The ending, not so much. Why would you have a match like this and then have it end the way it did? Oh my God, this fucking sucked. This match was great wrestling all around. They came back from the last commercial break with Priest throwing a bunch of strikes on Owens. KO hit a tornado DDT out of the corner, then hit a big frog splash. Damien Priest kicked out at 2.999. Damien Priest then hit him with a huge roundhouse kick for a near fall. Damien Priest then, frustrated, he lost control and started stomping a mud hole in Kevin Owens, but he would not stop hitting Owens after the ref called for the 5 count, and then he got himself DQ'd. That sucked.
Stop it. Get some help.
This was a great match that they were wrestling. Great TV match. These two have great chemistry together. KO is great. I know I like Damien Priest. Oh my God. So now they're going to fight again, and then it's going to continue for another 3 months, and then they're going to rematch every week. I just wanted to see a winner in this match. The ending sucked. I hated it. But these two, good match. Then we had Rhea Ripley, Dana Brooke, and Liv Morgan versus Nikki ASH, Tamina, and Carmella. I timed this match. This match was about 2.5 minutes. No bullshit. I think the entrances were longer than this match. I timed it. I think it was 3 minutes or 2.5 minutes. It was like, I couldn't quite pinpoint the buffering, but whatever. This was very quick. Everybody broke down. Rhea Ripley and Carmella, and she tapped out to the clover leaf. I think the prism break or the prism, whatever the hell she calls her leg submission, and Rhea Ripley tapped out Carmella. This match didn't go long enough. Glad they got on the show. I think the women should be, give them 8, 9, 10 minutes, let them go out there and wrestle. But this is the story they told. This is fine. Whatever. Next, we had the best thing on the show by far. We had the Spelling Bee with RK Bros and the Alpha Academy. This was fantastic, and the crowd was up for this. So everybody came out, and then the host said, "Listen, we're gonna spell some stuff." So Otis went first. He spelled some shit. This is funny. Otis went first. He spelled some shit. Then, Riddle went second, and Riddle made a weed joke, and the crowd popped for it. What was his word? God damn. Man. I didn't put it in my notes. It was funny as hell. But Riddle basically used it and said, "Oh, when I weigh my stuff, like ounces, grams." It was like, oh man, Matt Riddle is hilarious, and I like it when he gets intense. Like, I know the stoner stuff is great because we know he smokes in real life, but way to flip that around, by the way. Shout out to Matt Riddle. But I want to see him get intense too. But when he's paired up with Randy, he has to kind of play that role. But these two are great together. I love it. Chad Gable then went, and he was supposed to spell a word, but his fucking rambling, he spelled it wrong. Stupid. Then Randy Orton spelled his last word incorrectly. RK Bro won. Chad Gable then got on the mic, and then Randy said, "Listen, how about me and you have a match right now?" Everybody cheered. Yay. Then after that, he said, "Listen, I'm going to beat you with the 3 most devastating words in the WWE." And the crowd said it with him. RKO. So they had themselves a good old-fashioned, great TV match between 2 great professional wrestlers. The end came when there was a distraction. Otis provided a distraction to help Chad Gable. Then he did a moonsault, went into the commercial break. They returned from commercial break with Chad Gable attacking Randy Orton's knee. Randy gave Chad a lot of offense. Excuse me. Jesus Christ, I need to drink some water. Randy gave him a lot of offense in this match. Randy made a comeback, hit all his signature spots. Hit him with a backbreaker. Spiked Gable with a rope hung DDT and wanted to go for the RKO. Then Otis took Riddle out on the outside, but the distraction, it didn't do anything for the ring. Gable hit him with a counter punt. Gable hit him with a counter when Randy tried to hit him with the punt kick, but put it in an ankle lock, and Randy Orton got out. Then Matt Riddle hit Otis with the scooter. Chad Gable got distracted for just enough time for Randy to hit the RKO. This was great. Great TV match. These two work well together.
Oh, yeah!
This was great. Why can't they do this every week?
Damn, son.
Why can't they do this every week? I don't know. But Gable and Orton, both are great. Work well together. This is fantastic. Then we had Austin Theory talking to Vince McMahon again, and Vince McMahon looks weird. Not gonna lie, like he's just like he looks, I don't know, he looks weird in his eyes right here. He looked weird in their little backstage segment. He beat Finn last week. That brought out AJ Styles this week. They had themselves a really good wrestling match. And the end came when AJ hit his 1, 2, 3, 4 fast strikes into the clothesline and ended up winning with the phenomenal forearm. Sorry, he was going for the slouch stance. He didn't hit it. But it was ended up going for the phenomenal forearm. Got the win. These guys also, Austin Theory is good in the ring. He's been good in the ring. I just don't like the whole selfie gimmick. But Austin Theory is good in the ring. AJ Styles is who he is. They have, pardon my words, phenomenal chemistry. These guys are great. Shout out both these guys. We then had the Street Profits versus the Mysterios. The Mysterios do get the win. He countered the Montez Ford countered the 619, but Rey Mysterio ultimately got the roll up, and he got one of those old, really roll up WCW wins that he used to get so much. Not off the Hurricane Rana though. Not off the Hurricane Rana. I used to love those Rey Mysterio matches, cruiserweight matches in WCW. Woo, they were great. But anyway, after the fact, everybody throws everybody out of the ring. Street Profits throw out the Mysterios. Then the Street Profits get thrown out by the Dirty Dogs, and everybody's looking at each other like, every man for himself for the Royal Rumble. Okay, we know that. We ended the show. Happy birthday, Miz and Maurice. The Miz came out with Maurice. They had gifts and very big boxes on stage. Everybody thought that it would be, Edge or Beth Phoenix in the ring. They had security protecting them. The first gift was a portrait of those two. The second gift was a bejeweled box. The third gift which was in the big box, was the brick that she hit Beth Phoenix with last week. That was funny. Edge and Beth Phoenix came out looking intense as always. They came down, beat up the security teams. There were spears, there were shoulder tackles by Beth Phoenix, who is a very strong woman. And then we had a 3D, which also looked dope. The crowd popped for that. This segment I actually liked. And that was the end of your show. Now, I do gotta say,
Oh, yeah!
This show was good.
How dare you?
Why don't you put on more shows like this? Monday Night Raw was actually good. I was thoroughly entertained. The wrestling was good. The comedy was good for the most part. There was only like 2 boring parts in the whole show. It was a very digestible 2.5 hours yesterday. I know it's a 3-hour show, talking about minus commercials. Don't shoot me. This was good. It's about damn time.
Stupid.
Why don't you do this every week, and then we can start building on it? I don't want to see 50 rematches next week now. I don't want to see that shit. Okay? So let's get it together Monday Night Raw, okay? But for now, for now, good stuff. 2 thumbs up. Shout out to y'all. So the only gripe, gotta get into the bat now. The only gripe I have with this is that this is a go-home show of Monday Night Raw. This is a go-home show to Monday Night Raw, yet this doesn't feel,
You stupid.
Go-home show to the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble is Saturday. The only problem is this doesn't feel like a go-home show. Not at all. This does not feel like a go-home show. A lot of things are overshadowing the Royal Rumble, which should be the star of the show. I mean, I know the Royal Rumble sells itself, I know. But we still should have more highlights on the Royal Rumble itself. People should be clamoring. People should be on TV. We should be seeing promos about people saying, I'm going to win the Royal Rumble. I'm going to win the Royal Rumble. And they should be fighting over that. The championship should kind of take a back seat to that, unless the championship is involved in that actual match like it has been sometime. So there were, this was a good show. It just didn't feel like a go-home show to Monday Night Raw. I mean, it ended with Miz and Maurice. Like, I didn't feel like they talked about the actual Royal Rumble match hardly at all. So maybe that's by design. Maybe that's because they just, shit happens. But just something noticeable on my end. But that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the news. Will we see Ronda on Saturday? I don't know. But we got NXT tonight. We got AEW tomorrow. We got Smacketh of the Down on Friday. So let's see what happens. We do have a storm coming through this week, y'all. So everybody please prepare and be safe for it. Get some food. Heard we're getting a foot of snow. The weather people have been wrong before, but we'll see what happens. Other than that, check out my socials. You already know how to support the channel. RJD here. Check out all the socials on the screen. Please hit that like button. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. We are building this thing from the ground up. That is all she wrote. Follow me on all my social media. Check out the audio version. If you're weightlifting in the gym, if you're at work on your lunch break, eating whatever food you're eating, check me out, shout me out, throw me a comment, hit me in the DMs, whatever you want to do, because I am out. Peace.
Dom the Monko.